Hey everyone, Mike here from the Pub Trivia Experience with a quick preamble to this episode. As you may know, I'm part of a music project about the highs and lows and terrible dad jokes of fatherhood that was formerly called the Dadbods. Back in the late summer, we released our debut EP, Sanity is Waning. You may have heard our ad airing across the PTE network. We also recorded an episode of trivia with all the members of the band to promote our project and the album. Unfortunately, before that episode was set to air, we received a very nice note from another band informing us that they hold the trademark to the Dadbods as a band name. Oops! So, we had to pull the album, and we had to shelve this episode while we rebranded. The good news is we are back, and now this episode gets to see the light of day. Our new band name is the Dadicorns, which we think captures the spirit of the band just as well. Throughout this episode, you will hear an exceedingly obvious edit every time we mention the old band name, replacing it with the new one. There may also be one or two jokes related to the old name that fall flat now. But either way, this is a fun episode, and we are excited to bring it to you. I want to thank all my fellow members of the PTE network for giving the band this platform to share our music. If you're a Patreon subscriber, also be on the lookout for a bonus episode where we discuss the band and the process of making the album, which should be coming out soon. Thanks, and enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pub Trivia Experience. My name is Chris, and we are here tonight to celebrate something that I am a really big fan of.
The Dadicorns.
Woo! Lowering the beauty standards one roll at a time.
Heck yeah.
I am so excited for this, y'all. We have got the three main artists responsible for the Dadbods EP that's out there. We're gonna play a little head-to-head hot seat trivia. Let's start in Huntsville, Alabama. You know him. Some of you love him. Some of you have bribed me to get him off the podcast, but I said no. Not for less than $5. Mike Mott, my friend, how you doing? What are you drinking?
Chris, I'm doing great, and I'm amazed they couldn't come up with $5 for that. I mean, I would assume that would be like no problem at all getting that amount of money to get me off this podcast. But you'll never get rid of me. I'm doing great. I'm here with some of my favorite people about to play some trivia, talk a little music. As you mentioned, we're really excited about our project and the fact that I guess we're able to be called artists now. That's strange, but kind of cool. For the occasion, I brought a beer that I just recently got in my fridge. I saw this and I was like, you know what I haven't had in a while is a Saison. So I picked this up. It's from Pipeworks Brewing. I've had them, various beers from them on the podcast many times before. This just happens to be the first Saison. And it is called Cosmic Lowlands.
It is the Saison for Saisons.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I do love me a good Saison. I don't know. I think I just don't see them often enough to buy them. But when I do, I always enjoy them. And that one is going to play very nicely tonight.
Well, speaking of playing very nicely tonight, heading out to Raleigh, North Carolina, the city that ripped my heart out by allowing freaking Stanford, SMU, and Cal into the ACC, the Atlantic Coast Conference. I will never forgive you for this, NC State, and I will never let Jeff Woodhead live it down. Jeff, my friend, how you doing, and what toilet piss are you drinking? I'm a little upset.
Well, it's a good thing I'm primarily a Vanderbilt fan. So, the SEC at least still makes geographical sense. Unlike those poor bastards from the West Coast, you have to fly out here like 12 times a year. God. Yeah, I do feel bad for them. This is ridiculous. Stop the realignment and just make it a minor league already.
Right.
Anyway, what I'm drinking today, I'm taking the thematic route today.
Nice.
For our
Dadicorns
pod trivia thing. But I picked up this interesting gin at the liquor store. It's End of Days Luna Bloom, the butterfly pea flower gin. I don't know that it tastes that much different from normal ass gin, but what it is a wonderful bright purple color.
Ooh, that is pretty.
That is very pretty.
And so I figured I would pair that with a little bit of the Saint Germain I have, which is a nice yellow color. So, little purple and yellow drink for
the Dadicorns
pod tonight.
Oh, I love it.
Those of you who've listened to the EP understand the reference. Those of you who haven't, go listen to it and then come back.
Exactly.
It's track 3.
I just absolutely love the fact that Jeff Woodhead is such a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. He had an entire drink made just out of his, what I'm assuming is your favorite Schwarzenegger movie, End of Days.
End of Days is the distillery, and it's in Wilmington. It's a pretty cool distillery, and I am not familiar with the Arnold.
Do they have a
Schwarzenegger thing at all.
life-size Arnold? That's all I
No.
care about.
Nah.
Well, then screw that place. It's a missed opportunity. All right. Well, we got a newbie on the show. And the brainchild behind, is that fair to say the brainchild behind
the Dadicorns,
or the driving force behind
the Dadicorns?
That'd be me.
Yeah.
I'm so
Ashok,
sorry.
my friend from Seattle. How are you doing, sir, and what are you drinking?
I am doing really well. Like everyone else said before, I am super excited to talk about our record, talk about
the Dadicorns.
I apologize in advance for the fact that we've produced this and released this album because it's punny, it's silly. It's a ton of fun, though. Go check it out if you haven't yet. I am bringing a bit of maturity since we are fathers. So I actually made me an Irish coffee because, it's the middle of the day. I need to get up and wake up still. But I got a local cold brew coffee, a bit of milk, and a Japanese hibiki whiskey. So it's
so good.
It's a bit of a blend. It's got a bit of that peatiness, some smokiness, but it's a lovely earthy flavor. And cheers.
Now, did you bring that back from Japan?
No, we actually had it. My father-in-law, who lives in Japan, brought it for us. And it's beautiful. It is a wonderful drink.
Cool. Yeah.
If you look for it, you can find it in the States too.
Yep.
I don't know if it's the same stuff.
It's pretty similar. It's aged a little bit differently because they have to ship it over here, whereas if you get it from there, the aging process is a little cleaner, but it's still solid.
Well, I mean, they own 85% of the distilleries in Kentucky now,
right?
So Japan loves their brown water. I guess it's my turn. So this has turned into one of my favorite beers I've gotten in the last year. This I had bought for a beer exchange at the Trivial Warfare meetup, and then literally nobody took any of it. So I took all 6 home, and I have fallen in love with this beer. This is from the Bone Hook Brewery. It is the Island Breeze. It is a coconut and lime lager. It is a perfect Florida summer beer.
Nice.
So you put the lime in the coconut and you drank it all up.
Yes, and that's what I'll be working on tonight.
Very nice.
It's delightful. Like this is a out at the beach, laying in the pool beer, and you just put 6 of them in a cooler, go drink it, and you're gonna have a good time. It's delightful. The coconut and the lime mixture, wonderful. That is out of Naples, Florida. So if you are in the Naples area, which there's like 13 of you there, go check it out. It's worth it. Okay, so we're all in agreement that since NC State stopped the block, Jeff is automatically starting off 15 points behind.
Sure,
I'll take that advantage.
We're
Me too.
Don't really give a shit about what NC State
I
did,
can
but
I would recommend you take that advantage because your pregame is tangentially geography. So our pregame, we have got 15 questions. Each contestant is going to get 5. We're going to go rotate through. We'll start with Mike, go to Jeff, go to Ashok. And here it is. Using 2023 projections, I'm going to give you the name of 2 countries. You got to tell me which one has a higher population. I will tell you, we're going down the list. We're going to start the highest. We're going to go to the lowest. And I will give you the next 2 on the list, but I will put them in alphabetical order to the best of my ability. I have been drinking.
And you were educated in Florida, so.
Hey. I have my very proud Florida State University alumni glass filled with some high-quality H2O. All right, Mike, we're going to start with you. I know you are definitely a gigantic fan of geography.
Oh, absolutely.
You are the World Traveler Trivia Champion.
Against all conceivable odds.
Mike, So the 1, 2, and 3, by the way, are India, China, and the United States.
Sure.
Which country has a higher population, Indonesia or Pakistan?
Ooh. For many, many years, Indonesia has been number 4. And I don't recall them being surpassed by Pakistan. So I'm going to say Indonesia.
Indonesia is a correct answer. Jeff, you're up next. Your 2 countries, Brazil and Nigeria.
I think Nigeria is 6th, but I don't know. I think Nigeria.
Nigeria is 6th. That's correct. Nicely done. Point for Jeff. Ashok,
Well, shit.
your 2 countries are Bangladesh or Russia.
Oh, damn it. I know Bangladesh had a recent population explosion, but it's been tempered a bit, and Russia's killing off its people because of the war in Ukraine. So I am going to take a stab and say Bangladesh.
Bangladesh is a correct answer. Everyone's 1 for 1. Mike, we're back to you. Is it Ethiopia or Mexico?
Ooh. And this is where it starts getting difficult to truly, quote unquote, logic there. So I'm just going to say Mexico.
Mexico is a correct answer. But a 2 million person difference between the 2.
Okay.
Jeff, we're over to you. Japan or the Philippines?
Philippines.
Unfortunately, not first. Incorrect answer, Japan. All right. Ashok, the Democratic Republic of the Congo or Egypt?
Are we counting mummies as part of the population of Egypt?
Only if you count the catacombs as part of the population for France.
I'm okay with that. In that case, I am going to go... I'm going to take a stab at this and say Egypt.
By about 10 million, actually. Egypt is a correct answer.
That's a whole lot of mummies.
Mm-hmm.
Brains.
That's zombies.
Oh, I don't know. What do mummies say?
They want Anaxunamun. That's what mummies want. No, I'm the only one that loves Brendan Fraser.
I got it. I would never be
I
able
got
to
the
pull it out of thin air.
Yeah.
You know?
I will wear that like a badge of honor. All right. Mike, we're over to you. Vietnam or Iran? See, I told you I'd been drinking, didn't put them in order. So Vietnam or Iran is yours.
You just put them in reverse alphabetical order.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, this is probably an unfair advantage, but I'm going to guess what happened is you just read them off the list and say Vietnam.
You son of a bitch. That is correct. All right, Jeff. Germany or Turkey?
Ooh, I know they're close, but I think Turkey is slightly bigger.
Turkey is slightly bigger. Nicely done. Jeff's back on the board. Ashok, Thailand or the United Kingdom?
Ooh. I mean, the UK lost a whole bunch of its population. All those countries seceded from it. Sorry, going back to the older days. I'm going to say the Thais have increased their population compared to the UK. So I'm going to go Thailand.
About a 4 million person difference, but Thailand is correct.
Nicely done.
Nice.
It is 3-3-2. Ashok and Mike are tied. Question number 4 for each panelist. Mike, France or Tanzania?
I'm going to say France.
Oh, no. Unfortunately not. Tanzania, about 2.5 million more people.
Okay.
We were not counting the catacombs there, by the way. Jeff, Italy or South Africa?
Well, I think South Africa.
South Africa is a correct answer. Nicely done.
It takes a lot to drag people away from there.
Now's a good time for an ad break.
Mike, that was a totally terrible joke. What would
The Dadicorns.
be without dad jokes, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That is what we do.
All right. Ashok, Kenya or Myanmar?
Kenya or Myanmar? That's a great question. Not a vacation destination for either of those countries in my book. I'm gonna go with Kenya.
Can you believe he got it right? That is correct.
Mhm.
Yes.
Last round for each of you. Mike, Colombia or South Korea?
Ooh. I'm going to say Colombia.
By about a billion. Yeah.
Billion?
By a billion people? That's impressive.
Whoa! What happened in Colombia?
Sofia Vergara.
I was going to say, have you seen Colombian women? There's a reason why the guitarist from our previous band was obsessed with them and is currently married to one.
But here's the question. Have you seen Colombian men?
Fair.
Colombian women have choices.
Fair. It's totally fair.
Colombia's just an attractive country.
Yeah.
I've lost track. Who are we on now?
It's me.
We're on Jeff. We're
Jeff.
doing our job then if we're getting Chris off task
right.
here.
Yes, you are. All right, Jeff, you're going to get Sudan or Uganda.
I know Sudan lost half its people like a decade ago, but it's still pretty big. I don't know. I think I'm just going to guess Uganda.
Uganda is a correct answer.
Nice.
Last question of the pregame. Ashok, we're over to you. Argentina or Spain?
Ooh. Didn't Spain win some major sports tournament recently? Because if they did, there's going to be that population explosion, and Argentina did not win it. I'm going to go with Spain.
Spain's a correct answer, and you just swept the pregame, sir.
The man who
Sweet.
was worried.
I'm not good at trivia.
Let's be fair, though. This was 50-50 odds. I just happened to get lucky on 50-50s.
Yeah.
When we get to real questions that require, do you know this information? Mm-mm.
Yeah. What's funny is in the history of this podcast, I am doing far worse than your average coin would be doing on 50-50.
And on geography one, you got 4 out of 5.
True. I'll take that.
Well, that means it's time for one thing and one thing only. Another ad.
Woo!
Hi, I'm Jay, host of the new podcast Verboten.
I'm Brittany, one half of the team behind Frenemy Trivia.
And I'm Jeremy, the newest member of the Pub Trivia Experience podcast.
And we're coming together today to tell you that this show is sponsored by
Critical Grind Board Game Cafe.
Critical Grind holds a special place in all 3 of our hearts.
It's a wonderful place to get together with old friends or make some new ones.
Whether you're after one of their many fantastic coffee drinks or one of their signature toasts, Critical Grind's got you covered.
With an enormous library of tabletop games available, it's a fantastic place to unwind and celebrate your inner nerd.
Critical Grind is a recognized gaming safe space, which means you can truly be yourself there.
Critical Grind was recently voted Best in Family Recreation for 2023 in its area.
And with their new expansion, there's even more fun to come in the future.
So check them out near the intersection of Black Road and Route 59 in Shorewood, Illinois.
Or if you're not local, find out more about them anyway at linktree.com/criticalgrind.
Either way, tell Dana and Sean we say hi.
Critical Grind Board Game Cafe. Life is short. Play more games.
Proud supporters of the PTE network.
And vice versa.
All right. We are moving into hot seat round 1. We'll start with Mike, go to Jeff, and with Ashok. Then we'll rotate right back around. 15 minutes, a nonstop barrage of endless trivia questions and answers. If we end on an odd number, each panelist will get an opportunity to even that out. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. Mike, we're starting with you. Your time will begin after I read your first question. Are we ready?
Let's go.
Well, we'll see how you feel after I go through this. Here we go. Mike, French Independence Day is celebrated each July 14th to commemorate the storming of what fortress?
Bastille.
The Bastille is correct. Jeff, websites like the WallStreetJournal.com charge for some of their content by keeping it behind a so-called what?
Paywall?
Paywall is correct. Ashok, what animal appears on a pro-vegetarian PETA sticker that reads, I am not a nugget?
A chicken?
Chicken is a correct answer. Mike, what founder of the Rock Nation Entertainment Company once famously said the following, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman?
What
founder of the Rock ROC Nation Entertainment Company once famously said the following, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman?
I don't know what this is. Vince McMahon.
No, that'd be Jay-Z.
Oh, okay.
Interestingly, Jay-Z, in fact, is a nugget.
Jeff, we're over to you. Approximately how many miles per hour is the Earth orbiting the sun? 670, 6,700, or 67,000?
Hang on.
Put the protractor away, sir.
I'm trying to think here. It's a year's worth.
That's a TI-83 plus right there.
What's really funny is I actually did this math with my daughter just the other day.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I don't have that much of a. Okay, let's see here. 93 million miles radius. That means the circumference is
Jeez.
60.
You ask an engineer a math question, dude. What do you expect?
Say 600-ish million miles around, over 365 days.
Hey, if he's like me and calculating the circumference of the Earth's orbit, that's how I calculated it.
and if I weren't, okay, let's see, I'm too drunk for this. I'm gonna go 67,000.
What was your answer, Jeff?
67,000. I don't know.
67,000 is a correct
It is.
answer.
Yeah. I did that math with Abby
too
the
many
other day.
zeros there, so
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm not gonna bother with it.
I literally did that math for Abby the other day because she was trying to talk about how slowly the Earth moved, and I said, "Well, actually,
And just like that, hot seat round 1 is
right."
over. Ashok, we're over to you. A nod to a famous horse race. What U.S. state uses the slogan "Unbridled Spirit" to market itself to visitors?
Kentucky?
Kentucky is a correct answer.
The spirit, of course, being bourbon.
Yes.
Mike, what is the color of an octopus's blood? Is it black, blue, or clear?
I'm gonna say blue.
It is blue, correct. Jeff, popular in the U.S., the hip-hop infused music known as reggaeton originated in the Americas. Name either the country credited with originating it or the island credited to bringing it to prominence.
The island in question would be Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico is correct. The originating country was Panama.
Oh, I would have thought Jamaica.
You're Jamaican me crazy. Mike, we're over to you.
Now we're
Wait,
to
did we get
Ashok.
skipped again?
Well, he made a bad joke,
Nah.
and so I skipped him.
Fair.
So, what famous waterway connecting the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans was opened in 1914?
The Panama Canal.
Panama Canal is correct. Mike, in
I'm
1986...
gonna blind guess Panama. Hold on. No, I'm just kidding.
Oops, all Panama.
In 1986, who became the youngest heavyweight boxing champion in the history of the sport?
Was that Tyson?
That was Mike Tyson. Jeff,
Actually, Jack Panama.
Birth name, little known fact.
Jeff, if a pitcher unfairly deceives the batter and an umpire awards all runners a base, what is that called?
Balk.
Okay, I didn't need the chicken impersonation, but that's correct. Ashok, slow and steady wins the race is supposedly one of what ancient Greek storytellers' morals?
Aesop.
Aesop is a correct answer. Mike, whose presidency negotiated the Alaska Purchase?
Whose presidency was that? Was that? I can't believe I can't remember this. Wasn't it like Johnson or somebody like that?
Andrew Johnson's a correct answer.
Yeah. I was gonna be. If you need me more specific, I think it was Andrew Johnson.
It was Seward Falls.
That's why I was thinking it was Seward's Folly, but it
Seward,
wasn't under
yeah.
Lincoln, so I
It
figured it
was
had to be
left over
Johnson.
from Lincoln. So yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Jeff, we're over to you. What fiery female comedy legend was responsible for saving Star Trek?
Oh, Lucille Ball.
Yep.
Lucille Ball is
Yep.
correct.
Nice job.
Mm-hmm.
Ashok, Angel Falls, the tallest waterfall in the world, is located in what South American country?
Zimbabwe?
Oh no, it's South American. It's in Venezuela.
You. I was thinking of Victoria Falls in South
You were?
Zimbabwe. Yep.
Mike, we're over to you. In 2022, Louise Brown, the world's first test tube baby, turned what age? And I'll let you get that within 4 years either way.
25.
Unfortunately, 44.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize they were doing that far back. Okay.
All right, Jeff, in what city is the NFL Football Hall of Fame, or the NFL Hall of Fame?
Canton, Ohio, I believe.
Canton, Ohio is correct. Ashok, name 2 of the 3 horse races that make up the Triple Crown.
The Kentucky Derby and the Belmont Stakes.
Those are both correct. The third one would be the Preakness Stakes. Mike, what U.S. president was awarded the Purple Heart for being wounded in combat in 1943?
Is that Kennedy?
That was Kennedy. Nicely done. Jeff, rabbit ears are a device once commonly used to help improve what?
Television reception?
Television reception's a correct answer. Ashok, moving over to you. What car manufacturer had the highest revenue generated in 2020? This is worldwide.
Okay. It's either going to be, I'm thinking it's probably either Toyota or it's Tata. I'm going to go Toyota.
Unfortunately not. It's actually Volkswagen.
Oh, really?
It was.
Huh. Volkswagen.
Mike, what is the name of the cell phone ringtone that is popular with teens, as its high frequency makes it inaudible to adults?
That's a thing?
It was a thing. This is an older question.
We didn't hear about it.
I don't know the brown noise.
Unfortunately, it's called the mosquito.
Okay.
Got bit by that one.
Indeed. That question sucked.
All right. About 6 minutes left in Hot Seat Round 1. Jeff, we're over to you. Which African country is home to the Gombe National Park? Gombe. That's where Jane Goodall did her revolutionary study on chimpanzees.
Well, I'm tempted to say Paraguay just to get back at Ashok for placing Zimbabwe in South America.
I misheard the question. That was my fault.
But I believe Gombe is actually in Tanzania.
It is in Tanzania. That's correct.
Which is a higher population than France.
Only because we didn't count the catacombs.
Ashok, we are over to you. How many sunflowers were there in Van Gogh's third version of the painting Sunflowers? I'll give it to you within 3 either way.
7.
Close. 12. Mike, we are over to you. What is the common name of the anti-fascist protection wall that existed in Europe from 1961 to 1989?
Looking for the Berlin Wall?
The Berlin Wall is correct. Jeff, we're going to you. Though there has been talk of him being replaced, what U.S. president is currently on the $20 bill?
Andrew, nickname Motherfucker Jackson.
Andrew Jackson is a correct answer. Ashok, who is the corporate giant that invented the first portable cassette tape listening device?
Oh, dear Lord. Was that Sony?
That was Sony Walkman. Nicely done. Mike.
I owned one of those.
I owned a couple of
We
those.
all did.
We broke a few of them, too.
Yep.
That too. It kept rattling around the backpack. Mike, we're over to you. A standard yardstick is approximately how many centimeters long?
Man, you're gonna make me do this. All right, let's see. A yard. So, I mean, a yard and a meter are roughly the same thing. But let me do.
You got within 5 either way, just so you know.
In that case, I'm gonna say 100.
No, 91.
You should have let me do math, damn it.
I gave Jeff 37 minutes earlier to get one answer.
That's true. That is true.
He had to actually circumnavigate the globe once to figure it out, so we knew exactly how much the world was going.
He had his socks off. He was counting on his toes. It was weird. Jeff, we're over to you. Popular with racers, what place covers about 100 square miles in Utah, and in some places the salt is 6 feet thick?
Is the Bonneville Salt Flats?
That is the Bonneville Salt Flats.
This is where it comes in handy to have family from Salt Lake.
Ashok, presumably named after the love of his life, the Olive is a boat belonging to what character?
Popeye.
Popeye is a correct answer.
Did you want me to specify Popeye the Sailor Man? Toot toot.
You got to do the Robin Williams accent and everything, though.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm not that good.
You know who is that good? Mike, over to you. Which toy's packaging once boasted, throw it indoors, you can't damage lamps or break windows. You can't hurt babies or old people. Did you want that again?
I don't think I need it again, but I just don't know. The koosh ball? I don't know.
Oh, you're so close. The Nerf ball.
Oh, I almost said Nerf,
ball.
and I changed it. Okay.
Yeah, Nerf that one. Jeff, we're going to you. In what year was Netflix founded? 1997, 2001, 2007, or 2009?
It's either 97 or 01, I believe. And I don't remember it existing in college because I feel like we would have, or like in freshman year in college at least. So I think it's 2001.
Unfortunately, not 1997.
I
think it was a very, very slower startup than most tech companies see now.
Yeah.
Ashok, we're over to you. What is the name of the traditional Korean side dish consisting of salted and fermented vegetables?
Kimchi.
Kimchi is a correct answer. A minute and a half left. Mike, we're going to you. Site of the French Open, the tennis courts of Roland Garros feature clay surfaces of what color?
I was really hoping you were going to say clay because I was like, I knew clay. Red?
Red is a correct answer. Jeff. Oh, man, we're going to make me say these words. Which of the following sauces is not traditionally vegan? Hoisin, Worcestershire, mustard, or wasabi?
Pretty sure hoisin has some sort of like fishy thing in it. So I'm going to go with hoisin.
Worcestershire is actually what I have here.
It's Worcestershire.
Is Worcestershire?
Mm-hmm.
What does Worcestershire have?
It has some kind of fish something in it. I did.
Really?
Yeah, I thought the same about hoisin.
Fishy sauce too? Yeah, I thought the same.
Hoisin itself doesn't have fish sauce in it.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's often combined with things with fish sauce to give a pungent flavor. But hoisin itself does not.
Okay.
All right. Ashok, we're going to you. Who was fatally wounded in 1968 in Memphis on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel?
Would that be Martin Luther King?
Martin Luther King Jr. is a correct answer.
Sweet.
And you got that answer in before the round ended, so each one of you will get one final question for round one.
Whoop, whoop.
Mike, during what lunar phase is the moon least visible from the Earth?
I mean, are they looking for new moon?
New moon is a correct answer. I knew you were a Twilight fan. Speaking of Twilight, Jeff, we're going to you. What 2004 smash hit teen comedy movie opened as a musical on Broadway in the spring of 2018?
Mean Girls?
Mean Girls is a correct answer.
Yeah, I would not have known that one.
Well, let's see if you know this movie's question, Ashok. What was the first Disney animated film based on the life of a real person?
Disney animated movie, you said, correct?
Animated movie, Disney animated film.
Pocahontas?
Pocahontas is a correct answer.
Nice job.
Dang.
It's the only one I knew that was based off of a person.
I was going to say, I don't know if I would have gotten there.
I had to run through all the old ones in my head really quick, and I was like, none of those were based on real people.
Yeah.
Well, coming out of hot seat round one, our scores are as follows. Mike has 12, Jeff has 15, and the Mr. I'm not good at trivia Ashok has 16 points.
Yes.
Your halftime round is presented by my little brother Jeffrey.
Oh, God, help us all.
Me all the way back in 2020. So I don't believe these are dated, but they might be a little dated. Unlike me in high school, we're going to go through these. Standard lock-in rules apply. So in other words, you'll get the question, you'll get to lock in your answer. There are 4 questions. Each answer is worth 5 points. In this round, every question will have 2 parts. The first will be a clue to a word, and the second will be a clue to what the word sounds like. For example, the clue, the 33rd president of the United States sounds like a factual male, would be what?
Sounds like a factual. Oh,
Ford?
Okay, Truman.
Oh, True Man.
Oh,
Okay.
True Man.
True
Got it.
Man. Truman.
Gotcha.
So you will have time to you're going to have time to think about it on your own. We're going to go through 4 of these.
Okay.
Gentlemen, are we ready? Well, gentlemen and Jeff, are we ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's
All
do it.
right. Here we go. The least favorite member of every fruit basket sounds like a list of chores your spouse might write for you.
Locked in.
Oh, locked in. Took me way too long on that one.
Ashok, do you want that again?
Yes, please.
All right. The least favorite member of every fruit basket sounds like a list of chores that your spouse might write for you.
I'm going to lock in an answer, but I don't know if I got it right.
We're going to find out here. Ashok, what'd you go with?
I went with pineapple because I couldn't think of anything else.
Mike?
Yeah, it took me a minute, probably because I actually really like this fruit, so I disagree with Jeffrey here. But I locked in with honeydew melon.
Jeff?
Oh.
Yeah, who is saying that a honeydew is the worst part of a fruit basket? Seriously, dude, that's just an absolute lie.
Yeah, that's inaccurate.
Like, that is a slander on the name of honeydew. Honeydew
Let's be fair.
is an
The
excellent
fruit basket is the worst part of a fruit basket.
It's tastier than you might think, though.
Especially a star fruit. No, honeydew is obviously a correct answer. Question number 2. The cylindrical container found in a lab that usually comes with a small lip to make pouring easier sounds like a buzzing insect and a mutt.
Locked in and screw you.
I mean, he's happily taken, but I'll let him know the offer's out there.
Locked in. I'll lock in too.
I've got nothing here. A cylindrical. I'm like a test tube. I don't know. Like a buzzing insect and a mutt. Fly dog.
I mean, you're going up against a
I don't
doctor
know.
and a chemical
The
engineer.
voice from
Mike. Just
beyond
give
has
up.
clued Mike into giving up.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'll say fly dog. I don't know.
All right, Jeff, what'd you go with?
You know, I had this off the first one. I knew that that what you were describing was a beaker. And then you gave the sounds like clue, and I was like, absolutely, what the fuck now?
Oh, a beaker. Oh my god.
Beaker.
I literally had beaker in my head until he
Okay,
did the sounds like,
now
and then
I
I
got
through
it.
it out. That sucks.
Ashok, what'd you go with?
Yes.
I originally was thinking Erlenmeyer flask, but I couldn't figure out how the second half actually worked. And then I wait, no, beaker. Of course, my immediate thought is me, but
Right.
beaker.
Yeah.
I literally thought beaker, and then when he gave the second part, I was like, oh, clearly that's wrong, and I didn't think it through. And now I understand Jeff's fuck you a little better.
All right. Beaker is a correct answer. Question number 3. We're going to throw one a little bit more into Mike's wheelhouse here. We're going to go with this one. The Maroon 5 song containing the lyrics, I can smell your scent for miles, sounds like a certain orphan and where one might shop for gifts.
Locked in.
It's a begrudging lock in there, Jeff.
Yeah, because I can't come up with any better ideas, and I'm just
What was
not going to.
What was the second part of that? It was an orphan and what? Where one might shop
I'll
for
repeat
gifts?
the question in its entirety. The Maroon 5 song containing the lyrics, I can smell your scent for miles, sounds like a certain orphan and where one might shop for gifts.
Locked in.
I'm like going through
If I
all
had
the
just let it
Maroon
play, I
5
would've locked
songs
in.
that I can think of, and none of them are fitting this particular.
Neither one of those songs?
I mean, yeah, I'm not like a. There's a lot of Maroon 5 songs I'm sure that I cannot name that other people would know.
Gain some respect for Mike. How about that?
What's that?
I just gained some respect for you, my friend.
Yeah. I have nothing. So I will say Annie Toy Store. Maybe that's a Maroon 5 song. I don't know.
All right. Jeff, what'd you say?
So I feel like I went with the second one on this one. I went with Annie and Mall. I was like Annie Animal. And I'm like, oh, that's a Maroon 5 song, but I'm gonna say Animal. I'm gonna lock in with it. I'm going to wonder for the rest of that, if this is correct, why he didn't go with the Neon Trees song
or the Def Leppard song, or the Pearl Jam song, or
right,
any of the
yeah,
other better
10 years
bands that
younger
have a
than
song
all
called
of you.
Animal. That's
Yeah,
fair.
that's a pretty awful quote.
I mean, the Neon Trees one at least has "Take a Bite of My Heart Tonight." That's a pretty bizarre and interesting one, at least.
I really feel like
It's a
that should have
much
been
better
Fine Young
song.
Cannibals who wrote that song.
Mhm.
Ashok, what did you have?
I went with Animals, not because I knew it was a song, but because I figured out from the clue of Little Orphan Annie and Malls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assumed they had a song called Animals.
I don't buy gifts at malls. I think that's why I didn't. I don't go to malls.
Animal is the correct answer. Your final question. The salad featuring apples, celery, walnuts, and grapes sounds like a Pink Floyd album and a friend of Snow White.
Locked in.
God damn it, I'm locked in.
You got there. Yep.
I'm locking it in.
All right, Ashok, what'd you say?
The Waldorf.
Jeff?
Yeah, Waldorf.
Mike?
Well, I technically said the Wall Dwarf, but
And that's why you're wrong.
I did say the Waldorf. Yeah.
I believe
Waldorf.
I said. Actually, I'm gonna. Can I change my guess to Dark Side of the Moon Sneezy?
That sounds like the name of a daughter of Frank Zappa.
And with that, Waldorf is correct. Our scores coming out of our halftime round: Mike's got 22. Ashok's got 31. Jeff swept the halftime, has 35 points.
You bastard.
All right. I am going to slide over here and grab another beer because y'all are draining me.
Should we work Ben into this?
Yeah,
somehow?
I was trying to think. We should at least introduce him. Say that he joined us at the halftime.
The random voice from outside that
Yeah.
Chris was mentioning.
That's right.
Yeah,
The
right,
voice
yeah.
from beyond the podcast.
So, hi, I'm Ben.
Well, Ben, my friend, it's good to see you again. It's been a while. I haven't seen you since the wedding, I don't think. The infamous wedding that I had to drag my drunk wife out of.
That would be my wedding.
Your
I'm
wedding.
assuming.
Yeah, the one where we
Of
played the
course.
Reigns of Castamere, and
Yes.
as a
Yes.
Stark, I performed my role of dying
Yeah,
immediately.
Indeed.
Scared the shit out of Leah, too. She started looking. She was looking at the doors to see what was going on.
I still don't think she appreciated that joke, but that's fine.
She did not. All right. Well, Ben, welcome. You are going to be sitting here being the pervert in the corner now, I'm assuming. Is that fair?
Sure. Or maybe I'll throw out random thoughts, comments, or random answers in my head.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. We are on hot seat round 2. We're starting back with Mike. Again, 15 minutes of nonstop barrage of trivia questions and answers. Your time will begin after I read your first question. Let's go. Mike, a flamboyant is a group of what animal?
Flamingos?
Flamingos is correct. Jeff, can you name the sculptor who created Family Group in 1950, the artist's first large-scale commission after World War II?
Calder?
No, Henry Moore.
Jeff,
Ashok.
since it was phrased as "can you name," I'm pretty sure no would have gotten you credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
That would have been my
was the
answer.
correct
No.
answer there, isn't it?
That would have been great. Ashok, over to you. In the U.S., a car's 0 to 60 time is a measure of the car's ability to do what?
Accelerate.
Accelerate is a correct answer.
And a good REM album.
Mike, according to the Constitution of the United States, the U.S. Vice President serves in what wing?
In what wing?
Not wing. In what? Sorry.
The executive branch.
Yes, thank you.
That was like, it took me a while. I was like,
It says wing, and I'm like, that's not right.
yeah, exactly.
The
Executive
is
branch is what
correct.
they're looking for.
I was like, I'm trying to get what you're going after there. Are you trying to say president of the Senate, or are you trying to say he's part of the executive branch?
I was about to say bucket of warm piss, but
she, I guess, at this point. Yeah.
Jeff, we're over to you. What Asian country changed its capital in 1868 to its current capital city? Both the pre and post capitals are anagrams for one another.
Hang on, you said 1868.
Asian country changed its capital in 1868 to its current capital city. Both the pre and post 1868 capitals are anagrams for the other. Which country is it?
The country you're looking for? Okay, I'm assuming it's Kyoto and Tokyo, and it's Japan.
No wonder Mike was nodding insanely.
I was just in both of those cities not that long ago.
Right, yeah.
Ashok, which African-American stand-up comic was the oldest cast member to join SNL at the age of 47 when they joined in 2014?
I have no idea. It's not Chris Rock. That's all I know.
Locking in no guess?
I'm going to lock in Chris Rock and be wrong.
That would be wrong. We're looking for Leslie Jones.
I didn't realize Leslie Jones is that old.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Mike, we're over to you. Known for its spreadable cheese wedges, the French brand La Vache qui rit has what name in the U.S.? La Vache, V-A-C-H-E, qui, Q-I, rit, R-I-T.
Spreadable wedges.
French.
Brie?
No, that's the brand name Laughing Cow.
Oh, got it.
I don't got it.
Jeff, over to you.
I got it.
First held in 1907, in which sport is the Waterloo Cup contested?
I'm going to go with losing to Napoleon.
Or
losing as Napoleon.
Oh, my Lord.
Shit, I don't know. Rugby.
No, it'd be coursing.
The fuck is coursing?
Dogs.
So you just made that up.
Doing what with dogs, Chris?
Coursing with them, obviously.
Organized by the National Coursing Club, it's a 3-day event annually at the Great Altar in Lancashire, England.
That's still not describing what they do.
Of course it's in
I have
England.
no interest in having course with dogs.
That's on a different show that's got a different
It's
rating.
a coursing event of the National Coursing Club.
It's still not describing what they do.
Hare coursing, chasing rabbits, hare coursing.
Oh. Okay. Dog racing. All right.
Not racing, coursing.
Yeah.
It's
Ashok, we're going to you.
Cross-country dog racing.
What is the word which literally translates to shaded in French for one color fading from light to dark?
I have no idea. I am going to pass and just give up this one.
That'd be hombre. Mike?
Oh, that's man in Spanish.
Why couldn't you give me one of the French
What are you going to
questions?
do when I just up and leave the recording halfway through? Like, how are you going to handle that?
It's Ixnay on the Ombre, in fact. That's a good Offspring album.
No, it's the best Offspring album. Mike, we're going to you.
Agreed.
Which famous American pop band whose lead singer should avoid Twitter was originally called Kara's Flowers?
Whose lead singer should avoid Twitter? I'm trying to think of a lead singer that got in trouble on Twitter. There have been so many. And strangely, the only one that I can come up with is John Roderick of the Long Winters, and I'm fairly certain that's not the answer.
Their former band was the Short Summers.
Can you? I'm sorry.
You want that question again?
Nah, I'm not gonna make you read it again. Just move on with our lives. I'm so far behind anyway. You said American pop band?
Yes, it's like a pop rock band.
Okay. You were looking for the lead singer or the band? Oh, you're looking for the band.
For the name of the band.
I don't know. Hootie and the Blowfish.
No, it'd be the aforementioned Maroon 5.
Fuck.
Jeff, dubbed the angriest man in the world, viral video star Jack Rebney is better known as what?
I don't know. I have no fucking idea.
Oh, you are such a bad millennial. That's the Winnebago Man.
What?
Who?
The Winnebago Man.
We're not millennials.
That
we're
made
Gen Xers.
sense.
Ashok, over to you. A person can drink red wine by the Red Sea on the coast of Egypt and white wine by the White Sea on the coast of what country?
That would require me knowing where the White Sea is. I'm going to go for shits and giggles and say Russia.
Russia's a correct answer.
Nicely done.
Hell yeah.
Shit and giggle your way to a correct answer. Mike, we're over to you. In what year was the United Nations established?
1946.
45.
It was
actually.
45. I was thinking.
So,
I was thinking there might be a little delay after the war. Okay.
Jeff, May the 4th be with you is the official tagline of the galaxy-wide holiday celebrated the first week of May in honor of what science fiction franchise?
I'm going to take a wild guess here and say Star Wars.
Star Trek, actually. Star Trek. Star Wars is obviously correct answer.
Please say you're joking really quickly before a bunch of nerds come after us.
Ashok, we're over to you. Which Dickens book begins with the sentence, Marley was dead to begin with?
Oh, gosh. It was, I know the name of the damn story. It's the one with freaking Scrooge. A Christmas Story? Is that what it's called?
No.
The one
Christmas
You'll shoot
Carol.
your eye out with that answer.
Christmas Carol.
The one with frickin' Scrooge should have been your answer, though.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's not wrong.
It's right, exactly.
Yep, absolutely.
No, that part was right. The answer was wrong. Mike, we're over to you. In which play did Larry David make his Broadway debut as both an actor and a playwright?
Genuinely did not know this was a thing that happened, and feel shame for it. I don't know. I'll guess that Curb Your Enthusiasm was also a play.
It was not. That play was called Fish in the Dark.
Oh, okay.
Jeff.
Mike's answer
What?
was a shot in the dark.
Was the fish named Wanda?
I can't, this is like 4 movie references from Jeff in one night, and I think I'm tapped.
Right? Unusual.
Jeff, we're going over to you. What is the common name of the Asian plant in the ginger family that is often used in curry and gives food its orange color? An orange color.
An orange color?
What is the common name of the Asian plant in the ginger family that is often used in curry and gives food an orange color?
Turmeric's yellow. I'm gonna guess turmeric, and that the person writing the question has no concept of color.
Well, I am
But I'm probably
colorblind.
wrong.
Turmeric's the correct answer.
Okay. Well, so the person writing the question has no concept of
I
color.
actually didn't write that question, but turmeric is the answer that I have. So we're moving right along. Ashok, we're going to you. What archipelago is most famous as the destination of the second voyage of the HMS Beagle?
Told you I would suck at trivia. The Galapagos Islands.
Galapagos is correct.
Good
Well
bet.
done.
That
Also a
was a
great
great
guess.
Vonnegut novel. Underrated.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mike, which Grammy-nominated New York rapper died in April of 2021?
I have no idea. I'm trying to remember a rapper that died around that time. 2021? I had an infant daughter. I have no idea. I wasn't paying attention to anything happening in the real world. I'm going to pass. I have no idea.
Can I take a guess at it?
Yeah, sure.
It won't count, just for fun. Was it Juice World?
It was not. I wanted to give it to you, but X going to give it to you. DMX.
Oh, shit.
Jeff,
I didn't realize that was that recently. Anyway.
No.
which former U.S. president is most responsible for the forced expulsion of Native Americans from their tribal lands?
Speaking of motherfuckers.
Really?
Yeah.
Are
Speaking
you
of
going to
motherfuckers.
give me 2 questions in the
Yeah.
same episode with Andrew fucking Jackson as the answer?
I am, although I do think it should be clear that, Martin Van Buren was actually president when most of it happened.
Yeah, Jackson gave the order. Van Buren just didn't stop it from being carried out, I guess.
No, Van Buren was complicit. He wanted it done too.
Sorry, Mr.
All right.
Jackson.
Sure, yeah, I
Ooh,
mean-
Martin's for real.
Yeah, nobody needed that, Mike.
All right. I need a palate cleanser after that. Ashok, we're going over to
I
you.
tried a thing,
In
it failed. Shut up.
In Shakespeare's famous play Romeo and Juliet, what is the family name of Romeo?
Oh, dear Lord. Montague.
Montague is correct.
It's like 1 out of 2 shot there.
Give me
Yeah, I had to
Capulet.
think
Give
of
me
the other one
Capulet.
first. I was like, Capulet? It's not Capulet.
Capulet
it's
just
Montague.
sounds like
Yeah.
a Julietish name.
Mike, what word could mean any of the following things? A depluralized children's book set in Texas, a band featuring Courtney Love, and a segment of a golf course.
I love that my brain went from what the fuck when you said the depluralized children's book to that's really clever. As soon as you got to the Courtney Love band, whole would be the answer.
Whole is a correct answer.
I just watched the movie Holes the other night. It holds up. It's actually pretty good.
It is.
I'll not support Shia LaBeouf. Jeff, we're going over to you.
True.
All right, and time is about to be up, so you'll each get
A phone call?
not each, but Jeff, Ashok, you'll each get one more question. Jeff, over to you. To which school did William Faulkner bequeath a majority of his manuscripts and personal papers at the time of his death?
I feel like I have a 1 out of 2 shot here, and I'm going to go with the University of Mississippi.
Unfortunately not. What was the other guess?
Mississippi State.
No, it's actually the University of Virginia.
Ah.
Oh.
Yoknapatawpha University.
Right, yeah, Yoknapatawpha County, Virginia.
Right. Famous Virginian author, that Faulkner.
Ashok, we're going over to you for this one here.
Alrighty.
Both Marlon Brando and Russell Crowe were paid handsomely for their roles as what character decades apart?
Marlon Brando and Russell Crowe. I'm guessing it's the Gladiator movie, but I can't remember the character's name because he was just the fucking gladiator. Gonna go with just the damn gladiator because I can't remember his name.
Oh, his name is Marcus Decimus Meridius, I believe.
Which is also the wrong answer.
No,
Maximus.
It's not correct regardless, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take it wrong. I'm happily going to get it wrong.
It'd be Jor-El, the father of Superman.
You're
Okay.
not nerdy enough, Ashok.
I haven't watched the Superman movie in probably since like the second Superman came out because I hate Superman. I just can't stand him.
Yeah, Superman's by far the worst superhero. Like, it really isn't even close. And I don't like most superheroes.
I
but
disagree with that.
Superman below the
We're gonna
fucking
have some. We're gonna have some fun. I got a list of superheroes worse than Superman.
I legitimately want to lock you guys in a room
What?
with my wife and have her tell you why you're wrong. She loves Superman.
All I can say is being locked in a room with your wife sounds frightening.
Your scores after a rough hot seat round 2. Mike's got 25, Jeff 39, Ashok 35. Here's how your final wager round is going to go. I am going to give you 3 categories. You're going to get a question from each. You can wager your points in any way, shape, or form that you want, but you cannot wager more than a combined amount of points that you currently have. So you can break those points up on those 3 categories, but you can't wager more than the amount of points you have now. You are wagering on the category alone. I don't play jokes with the category. There's no fun titles or anything like that. They're straightforward categories.
We need Brittany for that one, I guess.
That's right.
All right. Your categories are going to be television, sports, and sex.
Well, I already know those. All of us are going to say 0 for sex. So
Given the
The Dadicorns.
I mean, I don't think we can say 0.
Yeah, We've all done it once.
That's right. Twice in
Almost
twice
have
in
to do
all
it
of our
twice.
cases, actually, except for Chris's.
In all of our cases.
Hey everyone, it's Jay,
And Brittany.
And Tim.
and we're excited to let you know about an exciting new trivia project.
We have assembled 48 amazing trivia writers from around the world to contribute to the first ever Trivia Advent Calendar.
It's a trivia adventure.
Are you proud of yourself, Shaw?
Extremely. Every day from December 1st to December 24th, players will unlock a pair of online quizzes on a variety of topics.
There will be 10 questions per quiz, each generously contributed by a different writer.
Wow, I just did the math in my head, and that's nearly 500 trivia questions across the month of December.
That's a lot. And speaking of math, this is a project for charity with 50% of all proceeds directly benefiting World Central Kitchen,
Covenant House,
And Child's Play.
The suggested price for this calendar is $25.
but we decided to incorporate a pay-what-you-want model, so give as you're able.
And yes, this does make a great gift for the trivia lover in your life.
So head on over to coffee.com/triviaadvent to register today.
That's ko-fi.com/triviaadvent.
Thanks for listening, and
Happy
holidays.
All right, wagers are locked. We're going to go question by question through this. Your category number 1 is in television. Here we go.
Oh, God, I hate that smile already.
Yeah, right.
U.S. historical figures as strippers appeared on 2 different sitcoms post-2000. One was Abraham Lincoln, and one was Benjamin Franklin. Both of these episodes featured what actress as a member of the ensemble cast?
I'm so glad I wagered nothing on this one.
I'm sorry, that question just blew my mind.
I'm gonna lock in for shits and giggles.
Who's the most wholesome person you can think of and throw them in there for shits and giggles?
I'm going to go ahead and lock in.
I'm locking in a random person because I have no idea.
Everyone's locked?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, why
That's
not?
3 wrong answers. Moving right along.
Yep.
Yeah.
Question number 2. Your category is in sports. Sports fans know that Fernando Tatis Sr. set a record when he hit 2 grand slams in the same inning. What former pitcher who made his debut in 1994 after pitching on the South Korean national team was the victim of both grand slams? By the way, 2 years later, he'd give up Barry Bonds' 71st and 72nd home run in the same game.
Locked in.
All right. Yeah. Guess I'm locked in.
All right, Ashok, are you in as well?
Oh, yeah, I'm locked in. Sorry.
All right. We're finally getting down to the nitty gritty. We're heading over to sex country. Here we go. Which sexual position, when done improperly, is the leading cause of penile fractures seen in emergency rooms?
Damn it. Locked in.
Why do you know that, sir?
I don't know. I don't know either, but I have a strong guess.
Yep.
All right. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right. Wagers are locked in. We're going to go question by question through this and get ourselves a champion of
The Dadicorns.
Although I think we can all agree Ben is the winner for not having participated in any of this.
Absolutely.
I always wanted
For
a
sure.
participation trophy, a non-participation trophy, really.
But what we're going to do is we're actually going to go to Ben first on all 4 of these answers to see if he knew any of them.
Yes. I love it.
Which is going to be interesting because there were 3 questions.
All right. Your category was in television. U.S. historical figures as strippers appeared on 2 different sitcoms post-2000. One was Abraham Lincoln. The other was Benjamin Franklin. Both of these episodes featured what actress as a member of the ensemble cast? Ben, what was your answer?
I'm changing my answer to Martha Washington.
Martha Washington. All right. Mike, you are currently in last place. What was your wager on this question?
I sure am. And none of these categories, sex, I was like, I have no idea where it's going. So none of these categories necessarily made me go, yes,
That's
I'm betting
what
all in
Nikki
on that one.
said.
So for some reason, like a fucking idiot, I decided to choose television. So I went all in on television.
Oh.
What was your answer?
Well, I reasoned that this very well seemed like something that could have happened on Veep. And then maybe it also happened on The New Adventures of Old Christine. I don't know, but I locked in with Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
All right. Ashok, what was your wager here?
I wagered a whopping 0 because I know very little of television.
And your answer?
I went Wanda Sykes because I had no clue.
Jeff, your wager?
Oh, I goose egged this one as well.
I wasted this question on you 3. What was your answer?
Kristen Bell.
So this actress was on, she was a not mid-season, but like a season 2 or season 3 replacement when Jim Halpert went to Nashua.
Rashida Jones, god damn it.
Oh.
And was there for Phyllis's bachelorette party at the office where there was someone who they brought in as Benjamin Franklin, who they thought was a stripper.
I don't even remember
She
that.
then went to Parks and Rec and gave Leslie her bachelorette party where they hired A wet dream of Leslie's, Abraham Lincoln to be a stripper.
That's great.
Rashida Jones is the answer we're
That's
looking
funny.
for there.
That's
I am
great. I don't
so
even
glad
remember that
wagered
Office
nothing on this
episode.
category.
Yeah, that was a good question.
Oh, all right.
All right, so we got a 2-horse race now.
Mike is out. It is now 35-39. Jeff's got a 4-point lead as we go into sports. Ben, how much do you know about sports?
Less than I know about television.
All right. Well, here we go. Sports fans know that Fernando Tatis Sr. set a record when he hit 2 grand slams in the same inning. What former pitcher who made his debut in 1994 after pitching on the South Korean national team was the victim of both grand slams? Oh, and 2 years later, he'd give up Barry Bonds' 71st and 72nd home runs in the same game. Ben, what pitcher did you go with?
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. Good
Yes.
guess. It's a good
Famous
guess.
South Korean. Kevin
Right.
Little did you know that he was originally from Korea.
Mike, what was your wager?
I wagered 0, and honestly, I could not remember the pitcher's name, so I just locked in with Park.
Mike went with a famous park. Ashok, your answer and your wager.
I wagered 20, and both Mike and Jeff know that I am not the biggest baseball fan in the world. But oddly enough, for some reason, I actually think I knew this one, only because I remember reading the article about it from years ago. But I went with Park. I think his first name was Chan Ho or something like that.
I couldn't
but Park
remember his
was
first
the
name. That's why I went with
damn
Park.
it.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Park
you're
was the pitcher I
It
went
was
with.
Chan-Ho Park.
Jeff,
Yeah.
your wager and your answer.
I went 20. I couldn't name any other South Korean pitchers besides Byung-Hyun Kim. So
you guys
I
basically went
that
with the
one.
South Korean version of
But
Smith.
when you said Chan-Ho Park,
Pretty
I was
much.
like, oh, yep, that's it.
Chan-Ho Park is definitely a correct answer. Nicely done to Mike and Ashok on that one.
I couldn't pull his first name. I was like, I knew it was like something Ho, and I couldn't remember, so I just said Park.
Well, we're on to question number 3. The category is sex.
What was Ashok's wager on that one?
I wagered 20.
20.
20?
Okay, so you got a solid
It
lead.
is 55
Yeah,
to
I think
19.
Ashok
The
is-
game is locked up for the guy that's not good at trivia.
Right, exactly.
Right. Yeah, that's what I.
Damn it! I wagered. I was between TV and sports for the 25. I wagered wrong anyway. Actually, you'd have beat me anyway, so it didn't
And I'm
matter.
pretty much locked into second because I didn't wager everything on. this
Here
one.
is your question in the category of sex. Which sexual position, when done improperly, is the leading cause of penile fractures seen in emergency rooms? Mike, your wager and your answer.
I wagered 0, and I figure this has to be reverse cowgirl.
Jeff, your wager and your answer.
12, and yeah, I couldn't think of any other that can go so wrong so easily.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, reverse cowgirl.
Ashok, your wager and your answer.
So I wagered 15, and I debated on this. And I say this only because when I was working in the ER in training, I saw a guy come in with a penile fracture. Yeah, not pleasant. I'm just going to let you know. Not pleasant.
Not
Not a memory I want to
pleasant.
relive, ever. But I actually had to research this because I had to do a presentation on sexual injury for my training. And the 2 most common forms of injury for a penis, as far as I remember from the articles that I read, was woman on top, either cowgirl or reverse cowgirl, or doggy style, interestingly. I went with woman on top or cowgirl, but those 2 are seen as the 2 top leading causes of penile fractures.
So the report that I have actually broke them out separately. The top 2 are cowgirl and reverse cowgirl. Reverse cowgirl is what I had, though. So
Yeah.
Jeff does get the points that don't matter.
Not that
fair.
many asked me. My answer is going to be the Treaty
Fair.
of Versailles. You're better than Kevin Costner.
The correct answer is whatever country England decided to invade.
Yeah, right. Interestingly, the Treaty of Versailles actually page 74 of the Kama Sutra.
Chris is like, and I need more alcohol.
Well, listen, did y'all have fun tonight?
Oh,
Hell
always.
yeah. This is
Absolutely.
great.
Oh man, that was a hell of a fun game. Great job to the 3 of you. Ben, nicely done there as well for, the sarcasm is always noted and appreciated here on the Pub Trivia Experience.
Whatever it is that was, yes.
If you do enjoy music and laughing and you have kids, you'll get a kick out of the
Dadicorns.
You'll find them wherever you get music. But Ashok, tell them where the best place to find the Dadbods music is.
So we've got a few different places. We have a Bandcamp Bandcamp website,
Dadicorns.
music.bandcamp.com. If you hunt for us on any music streaming site, so Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, YouTube Music, you name it, look for the
Dadicorns
and look up Sanity is Waning, which is the EP title. You will find us.
I was looking on Napster for you earlier. I couldn't find it, but
we're not good enough to be on Napster yet.
I'll check Kazaa later, but hey.
There you go.
Sweet.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed the content that we bring you here on a regular basis, each and every week a new episode. If you want to support the work that we do here, best place to do that, patreon.com/PTEBB. That's your home for all of the bonus content that the Pub Trivia Experience and Boozy Bracketology brings you throughout the month. Bonus brackets, bonus trivia dropping throughout the month right over there. If you can't afford to help financially right now, I get it. We've all been there. Do me a favor, 5-star rating, write us a positive review. That'd be absolutely awesome of you. But check the show notes if you want our merch store, if you want to get in contact with us through our Discord server, our Facebook group, or any other way of doing it minus snail mail. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up for the Pub Trivia Experience. I have been Chris.
I have been Mike.
I have been Jeff.
And my name is Apuna Hisapedapedalan. It's actually Ashok.
I continue to be Ben in the past, present, and future.
We will see you all next week. Have a good one.
I think Pocahontas is one that we didn't work into that song or this song.
Yeah.
You know what? Nobody's going to miss it.
Fuck, because that's a shit movie.
And Chicken Little is great to include.
I don't think anybody even got that was a Chicken Little reference.
No.
Nobody.
I didn't know it was a Chicken Little reference until I actually hunted the words down. I was like, oh, it's Chicken Little. I'll throw it in there, but nobody cares.